Hi, welcome to your yoga session. It's Julie Braglin, and today we're with Kendall Alexander, a good friend, and she's going to be your yoga model for today's session. So Kendall, tell me, where'd you go to college?
I went to Wellesley College in Wellesley, Massachusetts.
And what'd you major in?
Anthropology and Africana Studies.
Wow, and then you went on to go to graduate school, right?
Yes, I have my master's in public health.
And what are you doing now?
I work for a medical specialty society in their quality department.
Okay, so are you ready to do a little yoga with us today?
Yes.
All right, let's get started. Okay, everyone, find your mat and find your way to lie on your back just like Kendall's here. Once you lie yourself all the way back on your mat, bring your hands to your lower belly so you can tap into your belly breathing. Again, you want your hands stacked like Kendall has. Palms are open, fingers are open, eyes are closed, spine is stretched out. And you just want to feel the breathing in your belly, how the belly moves on the in-breath, noticing your out-breath. On the inhalation, the belly lifts. You'll notice on the exhalation, the belly lowers. I think you'll also find the belly breathing is very relaxing, very nurturing. We're going to start with the gentle asanas and movements that we do, as always. And then Kendall's going to show you in her practice today the 5 Tibetan Rites. And she'll be doing them 7 times each. And again, if you like to watch the video for a while first to get an idea of what's going to be going on, you can certainly do that. And then get yourself ready to again listen and do your own practice. So allow your hands down by your sides. Bring both knees in by the chest. And you're gently going to roll on your back left and right. Just massaging the low back area, getting your circulation moving here, and along with your breathing, fully oxygenating these areas. Now at center, extend your legs up high toward the sky and pretend you're riding a bicycle. So slow you can still be aware of your in-breath and out-breath at the nose. Take the cycle in the opposite direction. Let the knees fold both in toward your chest once again, and open your arms wide from your shoulders where your palm sides touch the ground. If ever I suggest something that doesn't feel quite right for your body, give yourself full permission to modify. Try to keep your legs as tucked in close to your chest as you have right now, and take the legs all the way across to rest on the floor, right side. Legs, knees, and feet rest on the floor right, and the head turns back toward the left. You can have your eyes open or closed. I always suggest keeping the eyes closed if possible. Then you can begin to explore what's happening in the internal realms. And here you start the heart breathing, opening a big breath in the heart center, spreading the energy wide through your chest, through your arms, exhaling out the fingers, each time heart breathing. Take the legs all the way up and across to rest on the opposite side, bringing your legs all the way left. Always go in your own time. Rest the knees and the feet to the floor. Head turns now to the opposite way of the knees, so the head is turned right, and your eyes can be open or closed, and you're breathing in the heart center. Spread the energy wide through the chest, through the arms, exhaling out the fingers. Each time, heart breathing. This is knee down twist. And now take the legs back up to center. Place your left foot down to the floor, keeping your left knee bent. Keep your right leg just as you have it, and both hands will clasp underneath the right knee. You can have the left leg just as Kendall has it, or the left leg can be all the way down, flat on the floor. You decide. And if you can, Kendall, take the hands underneath the knee joint and clasp there. And start to isolate. You're only going to circle that right ankle and foot around and around. Ankle circles along with your nose breathing. Opposite direction for these circles. Now bring this foot to center and press the foot forward, not the leg, just the foot goes forward and back, flexing the foot forward and back. Shake loose these toes, ankle and knee. Lift up your right leg high to the sky and take your left leg now to cross on top of the right leg. You can keep your hands clasped around that right thigh, or maybe separate your hands and have your hands hold your legs where it's easy for you. Do what's comfortable. And now start to circle your hip bones on the mat, slowly around and around. Hip circles. You'll notice your tailbone, the right hip, across your waist, left hip. Notice and breathe into these areas. Hip circles. Try your hip circles in the opposite direction. Slowing it down at center. When you're ready, you're going to do the whole sequence on the opposite side. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other side. So let your right leg down to the floor. Keep the left knee bent. Both hands will clasp underneath the left knee. Left shin is kind of parallel to the floor, or how Kendall has it is perfect. Start with your ankle circles. Left ankle and foot move around and around, along with your nose breathing. Opposite direction. And then bring this foot to center. Press the foot forward and back. Shake loose the toes, the ankle, this knee, and extend this leg up as high as you can. Take now the right leg to cross up on top of your left leg. Again, your hands can clasp around your left hamstring like Kendall has, or your hands can be separated, holding the leg where it's easiest for you. And again, begin your hip circles. Hip bones go around and around. Feel your hip parts and breathe into them. Remember, in yoga, we're always saying where the mind's eye travels in the body, the energy will surely go there. So we're using these asanas, these poses, as a way to breathe into parts of our body that we often ignore in our busy, unconscious schedules. We're taking the time to explore and bring better health and organize and harmonize our energies. Try now these hip circles in the opposite direction. And then I'd like you to slow it down, changing for knee down twist, where the left leg goes long and flat to the floor. The opposite right foot sits on top of left knee, and the left hand will hold the right knee. The right arm goes out long from the shoulder, and you take your time rolling your body all the way left, where this knee will touch the floor on the left side. Right knee moves all the way left so the knee can touch the floor. If you need to raise up your right arm so your knee can really touch on the left, please do so. And then roll yourself back so your right shoulder touches the mat. So Kendall's got a really good extension here. Some of you may be rocking your body so you can touch the right shoulder and your knee on the left. So Kendall, just show a little bit of rocking back and forth. Right shoulder and the knee touching on the left. Knee down twist. And now keep your knee on the floor left side with your left hand. The right arm you're going to use to make arm circles. So begin to move this right arm around and around. You might find that the circles start in a small range, but see when it's possible. And remember, you never want to hurt yourself or strain, where you can make bigger and bigger arm circles. Just notice what's possible for you. Maybe you're able to let the fingers touch over your head and touch the floor, and bring it over to your left side and see if the fingers, how close they come to touching the floor left side. Arm circles with nose breathing. Now keep your circles large. Take the same arm and move the circles in the opposite direction with big circles. Nose breathing. Start winding it down into smaller and smaller circles until it feels just right time for you to bend this elbow and place the hand at the right waist. So same hand, right hand at right waist. Right elbow will bend. Keep the knee on the floor with your left hand and notice how far you can turn your head to the right, and see how much you can relax your right shoulder back to the floor as well. And now you want to deepen your abdominal breathing. So when you're breathing in, you find your belly will open wide like bellows, and on your exhalation, you're pulling your abs tight to your back where your spine is. Deepen this abdominal breathing. And you may in fact feel a stretch diagonally across your torso from the right shoulder across to your left waist as you make deeper and deeper abdominal breathing. This is knee down twist. Get ready to do the whole sequence on the opposite side. Return to lie on your back, pulling the right knee into your chest, placing both your hands on, keep the left leg on the floor for now, and just the right knees to chest. For a complementary movement, rock your right leg left and right. We try to take care of the parts that we use. We don't want to have repetitive motions, so we want to use complementary movements whenever we can. And now stretch out that right leg long to the floor and place the left foot on the right knee. Left foot to right knee, and right hand holds left knee opposite. Left arm goes out long to the floor from your shoulder, and you're going to breathe and roll your body all the way over so this left knee touches floor on the right side. And this side's different, so you might find how it feels in your body different. You may need to raise up your left fingers and arm off the ground so your knee can really touch the floor on the right side. And then rock back so your left shoulder can just touch the mat. You're rocking between your left shoulder and your knee touching on the right side. Knee down twist. Nose breathing. Now this time, keep the knee on the floor with your hand and begin to breathe and circle your left arm. Arm circles with the left arm. It always starts small, and just notice where you feel safe, making these circles as large as you feel comfortable, along with your nose breathing. See where the fingers can brush the floor. Maybe on the left side. Maybe you can bring the circle larger around to the other side. Just notice what's possible. And when we do one side of the body in an asana and the other side, we'll notice which side is stronger this hour, this day, this week. What side needs a little more support? Keep the circle large and move this arm in the opposite way. Big circles go the other way. Start slowing it down to bring it to stillness, bending your elbow and placing left hand at left waist. The right hand's keeping your left knee on the floor right side. See how far you're comfortable turning your head to the left. Eyes are closed and you're breathing deeply in the abdomen. So when you breathe in, the belly opens wide. Exhale, pull your abs tight to the back, deepening your abdominal breathing. Return to center on the back once more. Pull that left knee into your chest for the complementary movement. Both hands on the left leg, rocking the left leg long, rocking the left leg sideways, sorry. And then when you're ready, send out your left leg long to the floor, moving into an asana called Bhavana Muktasan, wind-relieving posture. Fold the right knee into chest and both hands clasp on the right shin of your leg. Using all of your arm strength, breathe and squeeze and pull the thigh into your body where it's possible. Here you're massaging the ascending colon. Breathe and squeeze and pull. It's here that you're able to get your digestive juices moving towards your left side where your stomach is, making for a more efficient digestion. If you notice that you might be having indigestion or gas, this posture allows you to take care of that. And if you are finding that you're constipated, you might find it may take you maybe doing 1 to 4 times in the morning. You can even do this posture in the bed, and maybe 1 to 4 times in the evening. And in about 24 hours time, if you're doing this regularly, at least twice a day, 1 to 4 times at each sitting, then you might find yourself becoming more regular. Now here you can decide to keep your body just like it is now, but if you're finding you want to go for a little bit more of a stretch, you can breathe and raise the head up toward this knee. But only go where you're comfortable, where you're able to breathe. If you find you can't breathe, that's a sign that you need to modify and keep your head on the ground. Every time you practice, remember your body's getting stronger and more able to do different things. So give yourself a little test if you weren't able to do it the last time. Head and shoulders come back to the ground. And then this leg goes up high to the ceiling and both your arms go up. And notice where you can place your 10 fingers on this leg. Wherever you can touch is fine. And do keep your head and shoulders on the mat like Kendall has here, because you want your spine to stay flat on the ground. Let the right leg come down to the ground, bringing in just your left knee to chest this time. Hand clasp on the shin of your leg. Massaging now the descending colon, helping to get your elimination process to move more regular. Breathe and squeeze and pull tight where it's possible. Never straining, always go where the breath allows a nice opening for you to safely move in. Breathing in the nose and breathing out. Bhavana Muktasan, wind relieving posture. And you can decide for your head to stay here or raise the head up by this knee. Again, if it's not feeling comfortable, keep your head on the mat. If you're able, raise your head where you're able to breathe. I always say do the posture where you can breathe, because that indicates to you that you're safe and there'll be no harm. We're not trying to strain ourselves. This is not aerobics. This is not calisthenics. This is gently bringing energy into our body every time we practice. And the energy will accumulate nicely if we don't harm ourselves, and we'll be growing stronger and stronger every time we practice. Head and shoulders back to the floor and raise up your left leg high. Both arms go up so your 10 fingers touch, where it's possible for you today to place your fingers as high on the leg. Everyone has different abilities, and every day we practice, we're a little different, depending on what's happening in the environment, what's happening for us physically and emotionally, energetically. Let the left leg come down to the floor, and then bring both knees back into your chest. Place your arms on top of your legs, and some people find they can clasp their hands together. Some people find the hands can just touch someplace, or you can just touch your legs. Do what's comfortable. The big toes are side by side if possible, and on your back you're gently going to roll left and right, sideway rocking. Now you can choose to stay with this rocking if you like, or you might want to stop the rocking now and lift your head up by the knees. You decide what's best for you. Head to knees or stay with the sideway rocking. Head and shoulders come back to the floor. Raise both legs up high and send your arms up. Let your fingers touch on your legs as high as possible. And release your arms and your legs flat to the floor. When your feet rest the floor, the mouth opens with the sound, ha. And just notice now how the breathing's moving in the nose and out. Perhaps you're feeling quite different from when you just started a few minutes ago. Notice how you're feeling different from when you first lie down on your mat this practice. Breath awareness allows us to be fully present in the moment. Most times in the days we're thinking about the past or projecting into the future. You'll find this yoga allows us to be fully present in the moment, fully conscious of now. And when we dwell in the now, we'll find that almost always it's a very safe place to be. Bring both knees into chest and roll over to your side, and you're going to change up into a table posture facing toward the camera. Table is all four, is hands and knees. You want to have an open space between your knees, and your knees are planted under your hips and your hands are planted under the shoulders. Raise the head and the eyes look up high, and then change into a cat pose. Round the chin and round the spine. You want to do about 4 to 6 breaths in each pose before you change. Tuck the chin in, press the hands down, round your spine up like a cat. Breathe and change. The belly goes down, the eyes look up high. And come back to your table posture. Take your lateral stretch to the right side, so bend the spine to the right and take the head and look back towards your right foot. Lateral stretch right. And try the same on your left side, lateral stretch left. Very nice, Kendall. And once again, come over to the right side, lateral stretch right. And lateral stretch left. One more time around to the right. One more time around to the left. And coming back to center. Getting ready for a down face dog pose. Curl the toes under and lift the hip bones up. And just bring one heel down at a time. One heel lifts and one heel lowers. You might find that this may be a little bit too much of a stretch for you, so you could always walk your hands closer toward your feet. Maybe even if you have to have your hands right by your feet, that's fine. Your body will get stronger week by week. So try now, Kendall, keeping both heels down. We're going to get ready to go into a series for this class called the 5 Tibetan Rites. There are 5 asanas that Kendall will be doing, and you'll be doing 7 times. So the first one, Kendall's going to lower her hip bones down, and she's going to raise her head so her eyes can look up. 1. And then come back to press your hip bones up. When you're ready, you're going to come through again. Go at your own pace, Kendall. This is 2. The eyes look up. Coming back up. 3. Coming back up. And if you're finding that you're not strong enough to go more than 3, you certainly can rest and join us for the second asana. And every time you practice, you may be able to build more and more toward the 7. I lost count, Kendall, so when you finish 7, you're going to come back to table. And here, just rock your hip bones left and right in table. Wag the tail. And when you feel that you're fully recovered with your breath and you're ready to move on to the second of the 5, you're going to keep your knees on the floor, but lift your hands to stand up, and they're ready for a camel pose. So the hands come up, you're standing on your knees, your hands are by the sides, and then you're going to tuck your chin to your chest. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, let your head go back, and you're going to lean back off your knees. Let your hands hold the back of your legs where your hamstrings are. So this is a sequence. This is 1. Breathe and bring the chin onto the chest, hands by the sides of your legs. When you're ready, you'll complete the other 6. Going at your pace, Kendall. Breathing in on the head, going up, leaning back, shoulders roll back, chin comes to chest. Breathing in, head goes back, shoulders roll back. Lean back off the knees. If you find that you're able to do the 7 along with Kendall, that's fine. But if you need to just do maybe 3, then do the best you can. And every time you practice, you will be surprised that you'll be getting stronger safely. When you're finished, okay, you'll come back to table when you're finished, and you'll rock your hip bones left and right. Wag the tail. Let your breathing resume to normal. Take your time in the transition times. And when you're ready, you're going to come to stillness with the hips. You're going to come back to down dog pose. You're going to walk your hands all the way in toward your feet. And you're going to slowly roll up into a standing posture. And shake loose your arms and your legs. And getting ready for the twirls, the arms go up at shoulder height. So the right palm faces up to the sky and the left palm faces down to the ground. You're looking straight forward with your open eyes and try to focus on a spot you want to always look at when you come back to here as your center. You're going to be turning to your right 7 times, going as slow as you need to, or you may want to go fast. And you might find you might get dizzy, so if you have to stop at any time, stop and just put your hands together and breathe until you stop feeling dizzy. You're counting, you're doing 7. When you come through center, look at your focal point, your spot with your eyes open. You're breathing as you're moving around. You're moving the energy in your spine, getting it revolutionized. The spine connects to every single organ and system, so this is a great support process for the spine and all parts of you. Hands forward when you're at center. Keep your eyes open, looking at your spot, breathing in the nose and breathing out until you find that you no longer feel dizzy. And then let your eyes close when you're no longer dizzy, still breathing in the nose and out. Take as much time here as you need. And then you're going to, when you're ready, only when you're ready, come to lie on your belly on the mat. In flapping fish, where the arms fold and the head turns and the cheek is on your stacked hands. Like this, Kendall? Yep. And then you bring your big toes together, so your big toes are touching and your heels splay out. Heels separate and big toes touch. Body is relaxing here. And you're breathing in the nose and breathing out. And to take care of the low back to make sure it stays safe, you lift the feet up and bend the knees. I call this swoosh. The legs go slow together, side to side. Now bring this motion to stillness, and you're going to change to lie on your back. And you can have your head here and your feet there. Let the arms come a little bit away from the sides of your body. I like to have my palms down for this so I can use leverage using my hands and arms that press into the ground. On the inhalation, you raise your head up toward your chest. And then the next inhalation, you raise both legs as high as you're comfortable, up to the ceiling, keeping your chin at your chest. And then down. This counts for 1. You're doing 6 more. Take as much time as you need. Use the inhalation for the head and another inhalation for the legs to come up. Inhale, the head comes up. Inhale, both legs lift. Chin stays at the chest when legs are up. And exhale, coming down. And if you find that doing 7 is a challenge today, do what's possible for you. Do try to aim for at least 3. And every time you practice, you might find you could do 4, then 5, and 6, and 7. Whatever you can do is a great thing. When you're complete, you're just going to relax yourself, bring your hands to your belly, and follow your belly breathing. Eyes are closed, breathing in the belly, noticing how naturally now the rhythms happen with your abdominal breathing. So Kendall's completed 4 out of the 5 Tibetan rites. And in a few moments, only when she's ready and you're ready, she'll get ready to sit up for the last Tibetan rite. Keeping your hips on the ground, put the feet on the floor, and actually raise your head. Come up to sit with your trunk in your head. You're gonna do a reverse table, so the arms are gonna be on the floor behind you. This is important. The fingers are pointing where the feet are, and there's a space open between the knees and a space open between the feet. You're gonna use your feet and your hands to lift up your whole torso. The head goes back. Belly button goes up. This is 1. Come back down with the hips touching, and when you're ready, you'll breathe on the inhalation up. You're doing 7, or your best for today. A wonderful thing about the 5 Tibetan rites, it's simply 5 exercises. Once you learn them, it's a great way to have a wellness system for yourself that you could do on a daily basis. You could do it in about 20-30 minutes. When you're complete, you're going to lie all the way on your back. Let your spine stretch out, and again your hands find your belly, and you're tapping into your belly breathing. Eyes closed. Follow the belly breathing. And when you're ready now, you can bring your knees in toward your chest. Hands hold your legs. Little circles of legs go around and around to massage out the low back. Circles around and around. Circles the opposite way. And when you're ready, roll over to one side. I'd like you to come up into moving to sit against the wall. And it's a good space here next to the unit because there's no, So you want to do 36 breaths. The 4 fingers go in the armpit and the thumbs are on the chest. Both hands are the same. And you can have your legs just as Kendall has them. You can go straight flat to the floor, or you can cross your legs. The most important thing is for you to be comfortable here. Let your eyes close. Feel how the breathing goes in the nose and out. Going to take a breath in the nose, exhale out your mouth with the sound. I'm going to close your lips. On your own, you're going to count for 35 more breaths, watching the in-breath at nose and the out-breath at nose. You're counting. Take your time. 35 breaths. When you find you're complete with your 35, just relax your arms and your hands to your lap, keeping your eyes closed, still following how the breathing moves in the nose and out. Just simply relax. Stay with the breathing as it goes in the nose and out. So as this is the time of the coronavirus pandemic, this is yoga during the pandemic, I want to offer you to do a flow that will help you build your breathing, your lung capacity, and help you to release any toxins through your system and to help your lymphatic system drain, releasing any buildup in the lymph and any toxicity. And just help yourself to become stronger and building your immunity. So just take a look, Kendall, with your eyes open. I'm going to show you the 3 parts. You're going to start with the opposite hand of the shoulder. You can do whichever side you feel you want to work on. And then the hand on the same side is going to come behind the back, kind of where the rib cage ends. And then the next part, I'll have you put your hand right in this crease in here where the groin is. There's a pulse in there you'll find. And the last part, I'll ask you to bring the hand where the shoulder is over the foot on the same side. So you'll be having this going, no, this going on, this going on. I'll show you. All right, so start with whatever hand you want over your opposite shoulder. and that hand comes around your back where your rib cage ends. It doesn't matter what part of the hand, the front of the back, whatever feels comfortable. Use the wall for support. At home, you could use a chair. Just want to get a little close up here, showing where Kendall has the hand on the back, hand over the shoulder, and be comfortable. Let your eyes close, and you're breathing. Going to be holding here for about 2 to 3 minutes. Just getting the, and you'll be feeling in your fingers pulses, and that's a very good sign when you feel the pulses, that the energy is there and it's beginning to do the work to help your shoulders relax and help your lungs open so they're able to inhale and exhale fully, oxygenating your lungs, getting the waste out with your exhalations, releasing carbon dioxide on the exhalation, inhaling fresh oxygen supply, inhaling sunlight and wellness. Lymphatic system moves in many parts of the body, moving lymph and waste through the body. So we want to collect the waste where there's toxins that we may have met, or let it, whatever is happening naturally with toxins in our body, and get it to move out of the body more readily. Be comfortable. At any point you become uncomfortable, do change your sitting so you can stay comfortable. And breathing in the nose and breathing out. Remember, you can be in a chair at home, you can be on the floor with the wall, or you can be on the couch. But be in a place you're supported and feel comfortable. You can use pillows on your back or pillows under your legs. Be comfortable. Be able to breathe. And you may be feeling the pulses, and that's a very good thing. And just breathe into and with these pulses to help the energy manifest in these areas, help to move the waste out of your body, help to move any toxins, help to get the oxygen to the places like the lungs that it needs to be. So now, Kendall, you're going to keep the left hand on the right shoulder. You can look at me. You're going to take the hand from your back and you're going to put it here in the groin area. And you might want to let your legs splay out, open a little wider, and you may have to feel around to find that place where the pulse is. Just be comfortable in your shoulders and just let your eyes close and you're breathing. So here you're able to move the energy, the lymph and the toxins down the body. Breathing in the nose and breathing out. So let your eyes open so you can see. You're going to keep the right hand on the right groin and the left hand from your shoulder. Bring it to come around your right solar foot. You might want to use that blanket to put over your legs. You could bend the knee and put it so you're comfortable. Bend that right knee. Bring the foot so your hand goes underneath and holds the sole of the foot. You're keeping your right hand on the groin and the left hand on the sole of the foot. You're resting your head against your chair or your wall. Your eyes are closed and you're breathing. So now you're bringing the energy down to the level of the foot so it can release your body, leave your body as a release and go into the ground. Breathing in the nose and breathing out. This is an immune boosting flow. This is an oxygen boosting flow. This is a release for the lymphatic system, getting the lymph to move and get the toxins out of your body. This is yoga for the pandemic time to help you be strong and able to counter any illness so you can remain strong to this time. Breathing in the nose and breathing out. You're going to begin to release your hands and your legs and shake loose your fingers and your legs. And this time you're going to do your relaxation in a posture called Vaparita Karani. So you might want to be like this, Kendall, or you could put your feet on the chair that's right there. You decide. Your legs can go straight up the wall, and you could use the wall for support for your legs, or you could bend your feet and put your legs and knees in the chair. You decide. You want to squiggle yourself so your buttocks really touch the wall, because if your buttocks don't touch the wall, then your low back muscle has to strain and work. Your hands come to your belly and you're tapping into your belly, breathing. And if you're finding that you're cool, you can put a cover on top of yourself, put a eye mask on your eyes. Be comfortable. Relaxing your scalp where you're holding hair. Relax the brain waves. Relax where you're holding hair in the head. Relax across the forehead. Relax in and around the ears. Eyelids are closed. Give your eyes retreat. Allow your eyes to float and rest all the way back for deep relaxation. You'll find the eyes have no end for this relaxation. The eyes may float further and further back for deeper and deeper relaxation. You may find you're holding your mouth closed tight. If you notice this, Give yourself permission to open the lips and relax your tongue from back to tip. Keep open mouth and soft tongue, and you'll find this helps to relax the expression across your face. Your jaw becomes relaxed, your tongue, vocal cords, neck, and shoulders, all these parts are connected. Open mouth and soft tongue. Open mouth and soft tongue. Relax the right shoulder back to rest. Open mouth and soft tongue. Relax the left shoulder back to rest. Open mouth and soft tongue. Let the right lung rest. Open mouth and soft tongue. Let the left lung rest. Open mouth and soft tongue. Relax the heart center. Deep relaxation. Keep soft belly, open mouth. Eyes can rest further and further back. Deep relaxation. There's lots of benefits for this posture called Vaparita Karani, especially if you're doing it in the middle of the day or the end of your day when you've been on your feet working, studying, moving around, doing a lot of walking, hiking, or climbing. Gravity settles most of the energy in the legs and the feet when we're standing upright. But here you're able to reverse the flow of circulation using gravity in a very smart way. The energy flow moves back, releasing any varicose buildup of the veins in your legs, and begins to nourish the major organs in your torso. And the science of this posture, if you can allow for 20 minutes in this pose, you can bring yourself from exhaustion to revival. In this video, we will not be allowing for 20 minutes here, but you could certainly stop the video, notice the timing, and allow yourself to have more time so you can get the full benefit of Vaparita Karani. The final benefactor in this asana, the brain tissue. Long as you have the posture proper, your legs up, either on the wall or on a couch or a chair, or even in your bed, you could be where the wall is in the bed and put your legs up, having your head and torso on the bed. Hands are on the belly, tapping into your abdominal breathing. All you have to do is allow the asana and the breathing, and the magic will happen for you. Deep relaxation. If you know you've got a project to do later in the day, or an engagement or a Zoom meeting that you need to be bright and creative for, and you're feeling a little sluggish, you could always allow yourself this Vaparita Karani, 20 minutes, and then you'll find that you're very energetic, very bright, very focused. And for the last part, you want to bend your knees and put your feet on the wall, and use the wall with your feet pushing into them so you can slide yourself out to lie flat on your back. Hands can be down along your sides, or hands can be on your belly. The thing is that you're able to allow yourself to relax. And you want to transition from having your legs all the way up so the body is in one plane, flat on the floor. Watching how the breath moves in the nose and how the breath moves out. And begin to notice the sound of your own breathing at the nose. Notice the in-breath. Notice the out-breath. Notice the feelings the breathing brings now. begin to move the awareness down into your feet by wiggling your toes. And then begin to open and close the hands. Breathe and turn the head to one side. Breathe and take the head to the other side. Breathe and draw the head to center. Fold both knees into your chest. And gently on your back, roll left and right. And roll all the way over to one side to curl up. Wrap your arms around yourself to give a great big squeeze and hug. Let this be your time to acknowledge yourself for practicing your yoga. I always say this is one of the best gifts that we can give to ourselves. And when you're ready, Kendall, find your way up into a comfortable sitting pose. Hands fold, namaskar, long tall spine, eyes closed, nose breathing. We always close the practice together by breathing in and letting Om ride on the exhalation for 3 times. Breathing in, Om. Close the practice in peace. In Sanskrit, we say Shanti for peace 3 times. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Then we rub our palms together. This next gesture, in Sanskrit, we're saying, I feel and realize one with divine energy. So rub your palms together, and we say, Hari Om. And then we place the palms on the eyes, and we say, Tat Sat. We do it twice more. Rub the palms together. Hari Om. Palms to eyes. Tat Sat. Once again, rub the palms. Hari Om. Palms to eyes. Tat Sat. Keep the hands in your eyes. Breathe and feel your charges from your hands moving in and around your eyes, charging your eyes like you've charged all the cells in your body in this yoga. Let the hands fold just once more, namaskar, at the heart center. We close the practice together saying namaste. Namaste, Kendall. Thanks for sharing yoga. Thanks for volunteering for my students at Purchase College. Thanks so much. Stay well and healthy. Love you.